Well, good evening, Internet. It's me, DP Knudten, with another edition of BOOKWARD BOUND. In fact, this is my 290th episode, consecutive live stream of me working on a brand new book called NONFICTION BRAND. Discover, craft, and communicate the completely true, completely you brand you already are. And the funny thing is, I don't have to show you this graphic anymore because I can show you this. Boom! This is the first proof copy. You can see right on the front, it's got a gray band that says not for resale, but it's the first proof copy that I can go through with a blue pen, marking all the things I need to correct. And that's what I've been doing today. I started last night and I've been doing some today. So that's what I'm going to be doing, is translating these revisions into the digital file that I will be uploading to Amazon's Kindle Direct Publishing platform on January 1st of 2021, when the book will go live and be published on the aforesaid platform. And what I need to do is I need to go through and look at these pages that you can see I've already got some stuff marked on it. Just minor changes. Sometimes they're major changes, but mostly minor, that will make it a better book, a better spelled book, a better grammatically correct book. All those things. And so that's what I'm working on tonight. And I'm going to get going right away because there are many pages to go. Last night I did the first 20 pages. Now it's the next 20 pages, or maybe a little bit more. Because between now and the end of my journey, my 301-day quest to get this book done, that's only 11 days from now. In fact, I have 11 days left after today because this is day 290. So I need to shut up and start working. And to do that, I'm going to get rid of that. And then I'm going to take you on over to Microsoft Word. I hate Microsoft Word. Let me say it again. I hate Microsoft Word, but that does not stop me from using Microsoft Word to format this book because Apple Pages, I haven't written a book in to port up to Amazon Kindle Direct Publishing yet. So I'm going to stick with what I know, even if I hate it, because this is exactly how I did my first book, Rotoma, the ROI of Social Media Top of Mind, that I co-wrote with my friend and colleague Spencer X. Smith. But that said, I need to delete some stuff in here, and it starts with on page, what is this? Page 20. Right over here, Amazon has more or less taught us birth of brand. Where's birth of brand? No, not page 20. Oh, that's page 17. 20. Oh, some of the paging has changed, of course, because I've added some pages. Oh, that's going to mess things up. But that's okay. I was going to get rid of this parenthetical statement because it was just mucking up the sentence. Amazon has more or less taught us that the only brand to really pay attention to is theirs. The only brand we really need to pay attention to is theirs. And they do have a bit of a point. Blah, blah. All right. Literally branded from a branding iron. Cow. On the next page. The very first day it hit the market. Be true to itself. And the quality it represents from the very first day it hit the market. Population up north, I don't need. Denver, Colorado. Denver, Colorado. And I saw all right, so let's read that sentence. Imagine my surprise years after leaving the old sod before returning to Spawn. When perusing the menu at a California Pizza Kitchen restaurant in Denver, Colorado, I saw a pizza there with not only featured smoked bacon. I saw a pizza there not only featured smoked bacon, but proudly touted the fact that it was Newski's smoked bacon. In other words, blah blah blah. There, I saw a pizza there that not only featured, yep. And then what's yours long dash? That shouldn't be a long dash. Oh, I see what that is. What's yours? All right. Moving on to the next page. Oh, I got a bad ragging thing going on here. Can I get this? If I do Command D, which I can then compress the type or a little bit. Come on. All right, advanced spacing condensed by 0.25, 0.25 type point. Let's see what that does. Okay, so that gets that to rag better. Mark Schaefer. What's his picture size? I want to take that down to a little bit more. Let's say 80% of original size. And I can probably crop this a little. I want to crop this side in. Crop this in. Yeah, that works. Again, small change, but meaningful, right? Yeah, that works. All right, good. I had read a fair amount of his work. I had no idea we were so simpatico about, that's what I should do, about so many different areas. In or on. We're so simpatico in so many different areas regarding, I think it's in. All right, so here we got, yeah. Can go. Here's why. The thing that blew me out of the water was blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I remember you posting about that. Period. I think it's a very simple idea, a very intuitive idea. Period. Trust in businesses and in brands and advertising has declined. La 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 la. Entrepreneurs. Okay, so I can lose that first. Trust in entrepreneurs is up. We need to rethink what the company brand is about. Going to win. And you're going to win, period. That's what branding is all about. Having some emotional edge over your competitors. Blah, blah, blah. Take this out of italic and just leave the podcast name in italic. That's cool. Thanks for the introduction, Andy Crestadina. I'm going to take that out. You can listen, and you really should. You can listen to the 2 episodes. You can listen to the 2 episodes. You can listen to we did for yourself. You can listen to the 2 episodes yourself. But I wanted to highlight a couple of things he said that are 100% germane to the central topic. Central thesis of this book. Kicker, read on, next page. And then the hierarchy of them. I think it's one of the reasons for because you have an emotional connection to Elon Musk and you know, he's an imperfect being, but he's a real human being, blah blah. Yep. And he talks like a human being. So I mean, okay, so this and so I mean, who's the that would be a capital W. Who's the one person you love at Ford? And they said, this truck has dual torque, blah, blah, blah. But there's, honestly, there's probably a very small fraction of people in the whole world who know or care what that is. But there's a great deal of emotional connection to Ford versus Dodge. Yep. To Ford versus Dodge. But increasingly, the brand, to get started, I can't really recommend Mark and his works enough, but to get started, you should pick up a copy. You should pick up a copy of his 2019 book, Marketing We're Buying the Most Putting Billions. Convincing data with convincing data. Case studies and data that we're practicing. That just confuses the sentence. And currently in a rebellion in marketing. Blah, blah, blah. Alongside Mark. Not me and Mark. Put your guests first is a good working thing to do. Vive la rebellion. Rebellion and energy. The time, effort, and energy. You should spend at least as much time, effort, and energy as those companies do to discover, craft, and communicate your distinct value. Do the market. Good. Next one. The host. Yeah, let's do this. This. That can go up. Seriously, it looks like there's, yep, the opportunity on the table. Videos about wine. Back then, the simple act of posting video online was pretty darn difficult. Take the ham quarter size it cane work flow, then upload it over an hour or two. To a site that sometimes worked and sometimes didn't. Pretty darn difficult. Back then, the simple act of posting a video online was pretty darn difficult. It involved taking the tape from your camcorder, digitizing it via some arcane video workflow, and then uploading it over a glacially slow internet connection. Sometimes often didn't. Sometimes work and often didn't. Okay, where'd my photo go? There you go. Didn't put it here. Or actually, no. Let's size. Let's bring it down size wise. 90. Okay. Take that out. Actually, I want this up. That up. Oh, I hate. Did my caption go? Put it down here for now. This. Yeah, Word. Freaking hate Word. Oh my God, Microsoft crap. Distinctly remember. I just. Shrink these guys up. That's by 0.25. This way. More layout options. Text wrapping. Top and bottom. Not from top, but from bottom. Oh, I hate this. Okay, so it shouldn't move all over the flipping place. But it's the caption that's screwing things up. Let's take that and move it down here. What if I take just the sentence, not the text box? Plug it in right here, and that still messes stuff up. How about if I give it? Nope. Position. Page. So now it's connected to the page. How about that? Centered. Looks better. All right, so that may have solved this. Yes. Oh. Take a quantum leap to the Gary V of today. Changes this. Oh, the incredible power about, yeah, we had a bad break. Check the size. Make sure that is in fact paragraph size. Yep. And I'm not the only one who's heard him say this and has actively heard him say this and actively heeded his call. Right. Become a student of LinkedIn and YouTube both. Just the bad thing is to do this. Let's do this. Wakefield, blah, blah. I heard the exact same thing. Roger heard the same thing I don't know what that. Roger heard the exact same thing I did and had the same reaction too. You can do this. Fine. Social media gives you and essentially an essentially free opportunity to engage with the entire world's Earth's population. Table. And I just need to tighten up this so it prints all on one line. Spacing condensed by 0.25. Unfortunately, most of us choose to leave it there. Pass it along to someone who might still have a pulse. Yep. All right. Let's look at this page. Looks okay. Terminal mark at the end. Worse than imposter syndrome. So here's another place where I'm going to just use a smaller type or a more condensed, or I'm going to condense the kerning or the tracking by just 0.25 of a point, a quarter of a point, to boom, get that line to rag better. That's what it's called when it's text wrapping or ragging. Has been. Because what you know was developed. Required hard work. Developed over years. Required hard work and was developed over years. Was developed over years. And what you know is something others. Okay, so let's read the sentence. But as far as I'm concerned, the best way to be cured of the malady is to ignore it and start sharing what you know loud and proud, because what you know required hard work. What you know was developed over years, and what you know is something others may not. Check TM. I'm sure that's superscript. Yeah, fine. That's fine. Over here on the next page, ends with sidelines, valuable information for any number of reasons. Next page, TikTok et al. Printing. The printing press is yours. If you didn't own a printing press, radio or TV station, newspaper or magazine, it was terribly difficult to build a personal brand. But now with blogs, podcasts, YouTube, LinkedIn, Facebook, Snapchat, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, et al., the printing press is all yours. And you can create content for any or all of the above whenever you want for a placement cost of $0. When you think of it that way, just how much opportunity are you leaving on the table by doing? How much money? Just how much money are you going to leave on the table by doing absolutely? That opportunity, not leave it to opportunity. That opportunity is all yours. The table is all yours. All that value transfers to the person. Truth always does. My cutesy little parenthetical statements, I'm getting rid of them. by discovering it. A whole lot better than discovering it far later when you have bigger mortgage and fewer options. Yeah. Guess what? That may have been true then. Sure. May have been true. May have been true then, but it sure ain't now. Sure ain't now. Do. Next page. And probably incredible value. Unique. Period. 2. To a specific segment of the global population, it could be incredibly valuable. Yeah. Yes, selfish. Withhold the very best of what you have to by not sharing it. The really early days. Get rid of really because we don't need it. Something weird going on the next page. Immediately. The woman tapped to be the host of the spacing. Oop. The woman tapped to host the podcast appeared to be instantly uncomfortable. That didn't work. So let's leave it like that. This looks like it's too. So I believe what I have to do, make a paragraph copy, but then mess with it. Yeah, I'll leave it like that. What's that do to the page? That'll work. She slayed the false. I know. We all. But I'm scared. I know. We all are. Study. Learning, study, and develop your own point. Let's make Joe Rogan's podcast worth to Spotify. Why are several National Public Radio things always on Apple Podcasts? Most popular. What short list of podcasts? And what short? And what do they do to make them that? Blah blah blah. Game handling. Brand. George B. Thomas on the Nonfiction Brand. I remember. Bump, bump, bump. Fear is flammable. But the irrational fear you may feel associated with public speaking can only be dealt with by confronting it often as possible. By confronting it as early and often as you possibly can. Early and as often as possibly. But the most important reason to me is to burn the fear out of you. Preparation will always help you with your confidence. But the irrational fear you may feel associated with public speaking can only be dealt with by confronting it as early and often as you possibly can. Yeah, good example. So grab your bat and step into the batter's box at every possible opportunity. So grab your bat. So I'm putting a so back in. Yay. Next page 37 now, 40. Okay. I immediately cherish that person. And add them. Okay, so let's see. My social media feeds are full of the same people slinging much of the same slush back and forth. So much. So much. My social feeds are full of the same people slinging so much of the same slush back and forth that when I do run across someone who has a well-considered opinion that's backed by data and reinforced by links to other smart people, I immediately cherish that person and add them to my list of trusted and preferred human beings. They provide value. They came off as human. And they created a distinct image in my mind, thereby distinct, positive Image in my mind. Get rid of thereby. Earning them. Oh. They created earning spot in my life. Yeah, that's good enough. Next page. Papa Bear. Had a fascinating conversation. So here I'm going to just tighten up these last. I'm holding my breath, literally condensed by 0.25. Okay, now I can do that. One. Beautiful. Ollie. He spells it O-L-I. O-L-I. This self-correct. Oh. Ollie. In episode 92, he tells the true story of Ollie Bridge, Bonjoro's chief marketing officer. I don't know how Matt and Ollie met, but I do know it was when they were both 4 years old in the UK. Fast forward 20-some years later, and Ollie is now chief marketing officer. Of Matt's growing business. Not only because of his resume or CV, but because of the relationship the two developed way back as wee boys. Matt said it best in the podcast. Ding, 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 ding. Give that some ital. Said it best in the podcast, long dash. Amazing people are just not right for our culture. That. All right, so this paragraph is pretty long. Not. When I asked him how he met and discovered his blah 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 blahs, let's do this. Works. This is that type. It's 12. Let's take it to 11. It seems horsey to me. Who is? Oh, no. Whose? Thank you. Whose employment background? That is totally wrong. prove it. Oh, that. And TED Talk at the same time. So, same TED Talk and decided to riff about it. Yep, that's fine. Rigorous scholarly research into the topic. Starring her, called Brene Brown. Call to Courage. Is a self-confessed introvert. But you know, I wonder if I can move this. Let's leave it there, but let's see what happens if I move it closer to me. What happens if I do? Building of structures and facilities. La 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 la. Matt Barnett. Yeah, I think it's a better place. Next page. Whatever you wish. Let's read that. My point is this: you can go to school for decades, earn as many advanced degrees and whatever you wish. Go on and continue. Go on and continue adding certification acronymic character salads to the back end of your. But all you're really doing is swapping one commodity bucket for another. You got an MD. Congratulations. Let's see if that can. Microsoft Word, this is a basic function. Why can't it work the way it should? You've got an MD, congratulations. They're about one of around 1.2 million others. Others. Got a coveted Java? Nice. 9 plus. And that all caps circle R realtor status. You're just one of. See how many realtors. How many real in the States? 1.3. They just say 1.3 in this. Well, let's just keep the blah, blah, blah. Leave it. Going back here. Yes. And yes, you worked hard to earn them. Do they differentiate you within a highly credentialed? No, they do not. Comes before. Let's just make a statement. Let's piss some people off. What comes before your name is brand. What comes after is commodity. Let's look at it another way. In other words, if it comes in front, it's a 1. Differentiator. And that public. Want to get rid of that link? Say goodbye to link. Hyperlink. Remove. Check it out at TED.com and search Power of Vulnerability. She's racked up. All right, so go TED.com. Double check. Power. 51 million. Holy crap. Give me my paragraph copy. Beautiful. Oh, I wanted to try to get the power of vulnerability. Labrador Retriever. Period. I suppose it is immediately likable. Bunny rabbit. Golden. Let's say golden. No, I like labs. Don't spend. So guess what? She's now one of the one-on-one expert on such things for all of us lay people who don't spend our days reading academic journals. She didn't get on the official TED stage until 2 years later. Listen. Again, you need to check it out. I'm going to condense this. Get rid of the hyperlink. And friend of Oprah. Don't need that parenthetical statement. I do them too much and they're too damn cute. If you're looking for a great example to go to school on, to go to school on, you could do a whole lot worse. Enter. Dr. Yay. Okay, so this is where I got through tonight. I'm going to dog ear a page. And tomorrow I will work on other pages. But for now, I am going to end tonight because the way I've been able to get as far as I have with a book that is actually over 250 pages now, in writing this every single day is by not writing too much to the point where I burn out and never want to touch it again. It's the working analogy here is eating an elephant. And I've been eating that elephant for 290 days now. And that elephant, one bite at a time. It's the only way I'm able to do it. But it's actually working. And I'm really, really pleased. I really like how things are turning out. I like how the cover looks. Can't wait to get that not for resale bar off the front of it. I have to put on some blurbs. I'm now getting blurbs coming in from a lot of people who are kind of doing the beta testing of the book or beta reading of the book. So that's coming along really, really well as well. So yay. All this is my way of saying I'm done for tonight. I'm DP Knudten for the Nonfiction Brand podcast, which comes out every single Monday. In fact, a brand new episode 122, came out today, featuring my friend George B. Thomas and me talking about all he's got going on. It's a fascinating episode. You really should check it out wherever you get your fine podcasts for free. Just search for Nonfiction Brand. Look for this image, this center section, Nonfiction Brand, with my photo, and you'll know you have the right podcast, because that, in fact, is the cover art or album art for the podcast as well. And if you like it, please give it a thumbs up, refer it to others, but subscribe to it. But could you really do me a solid and review the podcast wherever you got it? That really helps other people find it. Well, that's it for me today. I will see you tomorrow, same general time. But until then, theme music, take us on out.